Hello, this is Brad Wiseman. You're listening to Real Estate and You, the live stream version. We're going to try this again. It's definitely a challenge doing this live streaming. Making sure everything works together is not that easy. So I have a camera on me here, and I have the mixer over here, and I have my computer screen here, and I have my notes here. So a lot going on, but I'm just going to do real quick. I'm going to do basically what I consider to be my tips for the day or the tips for the week as far as real estate goes. So we're going to, instead of getting too into this stuff, I just want to do some real quick tips. So the market's still moving really fast. Everything is going really crazy yet. We have winter coming up, but you know what? You'd never know it because it feels like still a spring market. But here's a couple of things I want to tell you. On the seller side of things, I wanted to tell you this. Just be very careful if you're a seller that you don't become what I call a greedy seller, okay? So we have a seller's market, we have a buyer's market, and we have a greedy seller's market. And I'm not trying to bust on sellers around here. I'm not trying to say anything bad about a seller because I have lots of sellers that I represent, and I love them all. But here's what's going on. We're finding that some of them are starting to become a little greedy. So just be careful with that, because what happens is when we have these amazing prices going on and multiple offers, the sellers are thinking they just need to wait for the even better offer. Well, sometimes the even better offer doesn't come. So when you have 4 offers coming in, and out of those 4 offers, one of them's like over full price, no inspections, no appraisal, I would definitely strongly consider canceling the showings for the next day and accepting that offer. What ends up happening is people think they're going to find something even better yet. Well, if the better yet doesn't happen, what could be happening, is you could lose the buyer that's putting in that great offer because they could find something else, or they could decide, you know what, I don't want this house because the seller's not being cool or the seller's being greedy, like I said. So that's one thing. The other thing on the buyer's side with this market, what I'm seeing happen a lot is the buyers are waiving inspections. So I would really, really be cautious of that. If you're a buyer, be very cautious of waiving the inspections. And the reason being is that, the last thing you want is to pay more than, paying full price or over full price, sometimes 10% over full price. And all of a sudden now you're paying over full price and you move in the house because you didn't do inspections. And guess what? The heating system doesn't work, or the roof is leaking, or there's something major going on that you didn't know about because you didn't have an inspection. I would just be very cautious with that. I'm not saying don't do it. A lot of times that's the way these offers are being, it's the only way that these houses are being won by buyers is because they're putting in these amazing offers. So just be very, very careful on that. And if you are going to do no inspections, what you might want to consider is taking the money you're going to spend on inspections and put that into buying a 1-year home warranty for yourself. And what that would do is it would cover the main components of the home. Now, roof is not covered on that, but your HVAC, your electrical, your plumbing, many of your appliances would be covered on that. Hot water heater would be covered on that. So obviously you want to get the details of what's covered and what's not. There is a deductible that's usually around $100. But that's something you could do. If you're not going to do the home inspection, that's something you could do that maybe would, be a little bit of a cushion in case something else would go wrong in that first year after purchasing. So keep that in mind. One of the other things is banks and title companies are way, way overwhelmed right now. So I would consider not settling on a Friday. I would also consider not settling at the end of the month, which we usually do. For some reason in real estate, we end up settling on a Friday, typically the last Friday of the month. And I don't think that's a good idea to do that anymore because it makes the title companies and the banks very busy for one day. And what happens when you're really busy in one day? You make mistakes and sometimes things get postponed. So that's all I have for you right now. I just wanted to do a quick live stream to basically get some information out to you. And I do have some guests coming up that I'll be doing some more podcasts, but I wanted to do this live stream and see that I could do a live stream and have it be successful. So this actually worked out pretty well, and I hope to see you real soon. I'll be doing more of these. This is Real Estate and You. I'm Brad Wiseman, and I'll talk to you soon.